Hello, this is Michael Simmons.
And this is Glenda Fu Smith.
And this is Soaring High with So Kids SOAR.
SOAR. All right. Well, Michael, really exciting. This is our 4th episode. I just want to say we are so proud of you and what you've developed here. But before we get too far, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about who we are?
All right, So Kids SOAR is a nonprofit organization that helps individuals with disabilities to soar, own, achieve, and realize their dreams. And they do a lot of fun clinics and also charity events. So the purpose of this program, this podcast, is to see how they interact with the community and help individuals in the community and other organizations in the community.
Yeah, and just to give a little refresher on our programs, like Michael mentioned, we have our adaptive clinics, which are held once a month, and they are a wide variety of activities from ice hockey to basketball to a prom. We also have a holiday celebration at the end of the year where our participants give back to the community and wrap presents for homeless and foster cared youth. And then finally, we have a vocational building program called Your Path to Success, which Michael is a graduate of, and that's honestly how he started this podcast, how he came up with it and learned how to produce it, record. So once again, this is all Michael's baby, and we're excited to be on this journey. But also, like Michael mentioned, we've been interviewing not only parents and participants from our community, but also our biggest sponsors and donors. And today we have not only donors, but partners of So Kids SOAR on the podcast as well. So really excited to have Mikkayla Lindgren from Lindy's lineup and also The Point Occupational Therapy, along with Cortney Mosle, the founder of The Point Occupational Therapy. They're just going to tell us a little bit about the importance of OT, but also how they want to make an impact in the community as well. So, Michael, you want to kick us off with some questions?
All right, so starting with Mikkayla, can you tell us a bit about Lindy's lineup and how you came up with it?
Yes, so Lindy's lineup is an organization that me and my husband Charlie started. It's about involving kids in adapted sports and youth, and just really kind of bridging that gap between us and the community. We really wanted to get to know people in the community. So I got to meet you guys because we did the hockey clinic together, which was amazing. And so a little bit about what Lindy's lineup does with the hockey is you guys come. How many people do you have?
Overall, we have, I think, around like 1,400 families. But at that clinic, we've I think, averaged around like 60 kids per year. But we have in the past, almost 15 years, we've been partnering with the Capitals. The most we've had was 90 kids on the ice. So we're working up to that with you all again.
Yes, no, the ice is packed on this So Kids SOAR skate day, which is amazing, but it has all adapted equipment, and so that everybody can participate and skate and meet the players, shoot the puck. So it's just been really great for us. We're also doing some meet and greets where kids can go to the games. We can set them up with adapted sensory equipment if they need that, but then just have time to meet Charlie after the game too.
And I love that because it's so important for some of these kids to meet their local sports heroes or just sports heroes in general. And I think the fact that you and Charlie take the time to really talk to them and get to know them, it's such a beautiful memory that they'll carry with them for the rest of their lives.
All right, so what do you hope Lindy's lineup will help change in or about the world?
That is such a good question. I hope, and along with the videos you guys produce, is that you can see how accessibility, you really just need to provide adaptations, modifications, so that people can participate in these sports, whether it's their first time or whether it's their 10th time. I know there was a lot of people that came to the clinic a lot of times and people that came for the first time, and everyone was having fun. So I just hope that we bring awareness to the ability to modify the environment for people to be able to participate.
What are your first memories of sports and activities that you've done with Lindy's lineup?
Or just in general, too, yeah.
Ooh, I'll answer both. In general, I loved baseball growing up, and so I went to all the Twins baseball games. I played soccer. When we got to meet or like see our favorite baseball players, like those are really core memories for me. And same with my husband when he got to like meet hockey players. So as Charlie's grown in his career, it was just so important for us to like give back to the community in ways that we appreciated when we were little. So it's kind of fun to have that full circle, like our earliest memories of sports, kind of circle back to that and meeting kids in the community. And then my favorite or first memory with Lindy's lineup, that would have been the So Kids SOAR skate last year. So we've done 2 now. Yeah, which is really fun.
Yeah. Oh, was there a particular participant you remember from either year that you had a lot of fun with?
Everyone.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite was actually being able to see kids coming back. And it's just funny how, like, you kind of pick up right where you left off. And it was so fun to see kids coming back to that event and knowing that it was something that they were looking forward to. So
Yeah, I know a few of them like definitely remembered, shooting around with Charlie and just like meeting you and taking photos. So
Yeah.
that's really neat.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool when you remember them as well, for sure.
It's so fun.
And then, you kind of touched on your favorite memories, but like I mentioned earlier, it's a neat connection we have today because Mikkayla also works with one of our partners, The Point. So Mikkayla, could you tell us a little bit more about what you do as an occupational therapist? And then I will kind of segue into Cortney.
Yes. 2 parts with occupational therapy is like, one, we're pediatric OTs, so there's a big range of OTs, but in a pediatric OT world, one is helping the kids build the skills that they need to reach their full potential. So we really help them build the skills that they need, but then we also, kind of like I was talking about before, modify the environment to be more suitable for them so they can achieve the tasks that they need to achieve. So kind of both ways where we're helping provide opportunities that make it so it's more accessible for them, but also building their skill set so that they're able to participate to their fullest too.
All right, so to Courtney, can you tell us a bit about what drove you to create The Point and what it's about?
Yes. Well, thank you, Michael, for having us here. I'm so excited. So The Point Occupational Therapy, we are a private pediatric practice in Montgomery County, Maryland. We've kind of are branching out currently into more Frederick County and Howard County. And our model is that, we go to the child where they're having the challenges, right? So we're seeing them in their private schools, daycares, preschools, homes, anywhere in the community where we can really work on their skill level, like Mikkayla said, and really build on those skills to get them to their greatest potential, to be able to, get through that karate class with a bit more structure and support. So it's been really fun. When COVID hit, I took a step back from work and I was home with my 2 kids. I had a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old at the time, and I quickly found myself doing OT with them and kind of thinking like, what's going to happen after all of this is done? And they get to go back to school, and what's next for me? And it kind of drove me to start my own practice. I had always wanted to, and this was kind of the push I needed. And and I started, and then quickly met Mikkayla. Her and Charlie were coming to DC, and so she's picked up a few clients with us. And, I had always thought of myself as like a one-man shop. And so Mikkayla joined me, and then, the families loved her, and it was so smooth and organic, and, they still like talk about her to this day.
Aww.
But it was kind of eye-opening when she came on the team and joined me, and that, we could really have a bigger reach in the community. And so we slowly grew, and now we have partnerships with a lot of the private schools in the Potomac, Bethesda, Montgomery County area, where we can really get into, building those relationships with the school team, with the parents, with the entire team dynamics, so that we can really make a bigger effort. And it's been really fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I love that you talked about those partnerships. That's kind of how we met because you both worked with my kids at Geneva Day School. But I think for a lot of our parents, and I'm sure some that are listening, especially those with special needs or different needs, OT is one of the first things you kind of come across maybe when your kids are young, and that could maybe help. So could you tell us a little bit more about why occupational therapy is important at an early age, and especially with children that might have different needs, why it might be
Yeah.
important?
I think OT is one of those things where you don't really know what it is until you're in a situation where you might someone may recommend it to you, or your child may benefit from it. But it can be truly transformative for a lot of kiddos with special needs, and not just those younger kids in that early intervention stage, but through toddler age children, adolescents, teens into adulthood, to really help support them in whatever their occupation is at that time. So, like at that infant stage with the feeding, growing into those play skills, social skills, getting into the academics, and then even as adolescents, like finding those hobbies and engaging in the community with those extracurricular activities and things like that. So earlier intervention is very important. Those little guys are so adaptable, and you can build on all of that foundation so that you're really shortening that gap for them as they grow and develop. But it's never like too late to start, because we can really help support in all of those different areas. It can really be life-changing for some kids.
And is there, I know this is kind of off script, but is there maybe a client, you don't have to use their name, but you've worked with where you really saw that dramatic change, or like a memory that you wanted to share, either of you?
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking this morning about a little one that has made this huge progress since Mikkayla started seeing her, and it's been really incredible to see, without going into too much detail, just being able to, preschool little girl, and very difficult time with attention and, fine motor skills and accessing her environment and being able to, be more independent in her environment. I hadn't seen her since day one, and it had been a few months that Mikkayla had worked with her, and I came in and I was just it was amazing to see how much she was participating in the classroom, and her confidence especially was the biggest piece that was shining through. You can talk more about her if you want.
Yeah. There's so many, and it is the most rewarding job in the world. Watching children meet their milestones for the first time is just I don't know. It's funny. You're like, oh my gosh, you cut, or you wrote your name, and you're just so proud of them. Genuinely, it's me and Cortney both really care about the children that we work with. So it's just a really, I don't know, I don't want to say homegrown company, but it's just a heartfelt, a job. And I just feel sometimes there's these little windows that you just kind of have to open up and make their brain more accessible for information, and then it just kind of poofs into
the whole world.
Yes, the whole world.
Yeah.
So it's fun to just do a couple of these exercises that I know will really open their windows up.
Yeah.
And then you are surprised at how much you're yes, you're engaging with children now, or you're paying attention to your teacher now, or you're willing to put away your backpack, things like that. They just So, and we have a lot of help with teachers and parents, and it's a really collaborative job, but it's great.
You're about to be a parent. You're a parent, Cortney. We just talked about in the last episode, but it takes a village, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's you're saying, the whole team, the whole community getting behind it and really helping this child develop and just reach for all their goals.
I think that was the biggest piece of, starting the point is just that at the core is just, using the entire team dynamic is just so important than, just isolated OT, right? So the parents are the biggest advocates for that little guy or girl, or and including the teachers and the educators and their entire team network, so that we can all be on the same page and we can all really help support in the same way, and scaffolding all of those skills together.
Yeah, I love that.
Huge.
Yeah, Michael.
All right, so the point, we'll be working with So Kids SOAR later this year for a cheer clinic. So can you tell us about the importance of physical movement in helping children with self-regulation, and potentially emotional or mental health?
Sure. We are so excited to be a part of that. Cheerleading is like very close to my heart. It's one of those sports that, grows resilience and perseverance and social emotional skills, and team building and all of the things. And then putting in some of like the motor piece that OTs are super focused on is, the motor planning and coordination, balance, flexibility, all of it. It's just, it's so exciting to see like kids getting engaged in that and being able to allow kids to have access to that. And just like any like organized sport like hockey, I think having, those hobbies and those things to build that confidence is so important. So we're excited for that. In occupational therapy, we more times than not are including a lot of movement-based intervention to really support these kiddos with their goals and, getting them to a great point where they're feeling that confidence. And so we do work directly one-to-one with kids, but we oftentimes will recommend that they are engaging with their peers in extracurricular activities and getting involved so that they can really like put the pieces together between that structured intervention space and then the real world and really, navigating that piece. So I'm excited about doing this with you guys.
Yeah, we're excited too. Yeah.
And then you were mentioning like the self-regulation piece and things like that. There's so many aspects of that with movement and being able to really, get your nervous system to a good place where you're not in fight or flight and you're able to really be successful and enjoy what you're doing. We want it to be enjoyable and, engaging in these activities that are of the child's interest and not something that, we're simulating in this isolated environment. I think is so rewarding for the child too, to help build their confidence and self-esteem for that emotional regulation piece. So I think it's a combination of like that movement and sensory processing and sensory input, but also like that feeling of just pride in themselves.
Yeah. I know you mentioned confidence earlier, and I think for us at So Kids SOAR, one of our biggest metrics that we always like survey our kids on is what their confidence level was at before and then after programming, because it's true, when you can instill confidence in a young child, I think they carry that with them for the rest of their lives too, and they feel more capable and resilient, just like you're saying. So I love that. And at So Kids SOAR, we always talk about how the parents and the guardians are the real MVPs. They really do it all. But what's one reminder you want to give to the parents out there that might be having a tough time with their child and looking into OT? Is there some advice or for both of you to answer?
I think just being kind to yourself. I think, parenting is very hard and, you're not going to get it right every single time. And you are your child's biggest advocate. So, asking for help and asking for support and seeking other support systems, whether it's OT, speech, or, any other services that might be helpful. It's okay to, build your village a little bit bigger. But yeah, be kind to yourself. This is hard.
Totally.
But it's not too hard. Don't worry.
I know. How hard is it? No, I'm just kidding. I know it's hard. My approach is always like meeting the families where they're at too. Like you do not need to reinvent the wheel. Like put in, be 1% better with a tool or a trick, and just we kind of say too, like it'll take time. Some things are overnight, but a lot of things take time, and that's okay. We all have things to work on, and it doesn't mean you're not going to be successful or capable or anything like that. Like the world is seriously all these children's oyster, and it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I love that response. We also, so on every episode, we do kind of like a parent pause, just because we were talking about how they're really the MVPs. So the parent pause question, the reflective moment for today is, as a mom and soon to be mom, Cortney, what is one piece of advice or parenting hack you'd want to share with Mikkayla? And then Mikkayla, what is maybe one parenting technique you've seen from Cortney or taken away from her that she might not even know you took from her yet that you want to kind of replicate with your own children? So kind of like giving each other your flowers today and just, but also maybe giving some advice to the parents that are listening.
think Mikkayla needs mine.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. No, I think Mikkayla was made to be a mom. I mean, just
you're
seeing
making me
her
cry.
interacting with, all the students and kids that she works with, and even my own kids. I mean, they love her. And all the kids at So Kids SOAR and everything. It's just like your heart is so big, and it's just I just feel like it's just. I guess my biggest. It sounds a little cliche, but don't ever, stop listening to your instincts. And there's a lot of noise out there, and try and block out the noise and stay in your little bubble. And Mama knows best.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
You're gonna be amazing, and you're gonna raise an amazing little one. And
Yes.
a
And girl
confident
power.
little girl.
You guys. Oh, you're so sweet. I have so many flowers for Cortney, and it is like when you were saying, I keep forgetting, but I was like her first employee or contractor, so it's been so fun to see like the behind the scenes. We quickly became like really good friends, so I just got to see everything Cortney does in a day. Not only is she like the best, I always say she's the best boss ever. She doesn't like when I call her my boss. You're not my boss, whatever. You're so good at what you do. And that includes like how she raises her family. She just like gives everything 200%. She gives her family 200%. Sometimes I'm worried about like how much she's giving. I'm like, you need to relax. But like she's so giving to others. And then this is like funny that this is what I first thought of though, is that she's like so much fun with her kids. Like she's always doing something. You're always setting up opportunities for them. She's always creating experiences for them. Like she's just, even if she's tired, she's like, nope, we're going to do this, this, and this, and this. And so, she's just a fun mom.
I love it.
And
They
you take them to
remember
hockey
that.
games.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. She takes them
Totally.
everywhere. They have so much fun together. So they're just a really sweet family that will be in our lives forever.
Oh, I love that. I think I mean, maybe it's too much like memes I'm looking to, but they always say like kids remember all those experiences and trips and like just the fun little things that you do, the projects. Thank you both for all that. We do a little, so we usually do a little game. Last one was we did like a little magic trick, so I'm going to open this up right here. But this was actually a great suggestion from Cortney. I got it, Michael. Because we
It's like merging
trying to, we can
both
talk
worlds.
about it.
Some fine motor skills. With
it's perfect.
some
Did you bring
hockey.
this
today?
No, I sent
Show
it
the
to
camera. It's
to Glenda.
Sling puck board game.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
At first we were like, maybe we can make them eat hockey cookies and we're both we're working out there, so it's like that's
Glenda's got me in classes.
Oh my
Mikkayla's
God.
going with me.
Yes. So we thought we'd try this game, and however many pucks you make, I guess we always try to like pay it forward too. So every episode we like donate a little money. So we're gonna donate like a little bit of money, $50 to Lindy's lineup, depending on who wins this. And we're going to have. Do you want to be black or the I guess the neutral colored chips? Okay. So I will have Michael play against Cortney. That is okay with you?
Of course. She's
Michael.
competitive. Watch out. She's
So whoever
competitive.
gets the most, I think you slingshot it in here like this through the hole. Okay? So you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So whoever gets most of 10, either way we'll donate. But just
Should
for
put little
fun.
stickers on there.
Oh, we should
Yes.
think about that. I think you can take them, or you can put them wherever. But
Okay.
I'll take a little photo.
How many do you have? 6?
He has 6 there. Oh yeah, we could just do first to 6 too. Yeah. So why don't you show him how it's done with your first one, and then we can go from there. Did you get it in right away?
Of course she did. She's competitive.
I love it.
All right, go,
Let's
Michael.
You want, pull those out maybe. I think I had an advantage.
Do you pull on the rubber band or on the puck?
Pull back the puck.
Pull back the puck. Okay. All right, one.
Great.
We should get one practice shot.
Yeah, one practice shot. Okay, so redo.
Okay.
Start over. Best of 6. Here we
Game
go.
on.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Really
That's
fun. This is such a fun game.
This is a fun game.
Mikkayla, if you want to take a guest shot, feel free.
No, that's all right.
You
I'll
should
let
take
them
this
do
for your
their
baby girl.
do their work. Oh man, that's all right.
Maybe it's that side.
Yeah. Alright. Oh! 2,
I am
2
not
0.
even-
That count?
I think it's that side.
I think if it, yeah, it goes through. Well, try it again.
Try it again. Try it really lined up in that blue
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Way to go.
2 1.
Yes.
Way to
Yay.
go.
We'll do best 3. All right.
Rats.
Okay, I see how you're doing it. Okay. So, Michael, you want to try one more?
Nice.
okay, so you got
He
it
did like
out
the
of it.
triple
What is it?
shot.
It's tied?
Yeah,
How many more
it's
shots
time
do we
right
have?
now. We'll do 2 more each. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
2-1, Courtney. Michael's turn.
3 to 2.
3 to 1.
Oh,
3 to 2.
3-2. I'm sorry. I'm
You're
not gonna. I'm
announcing.
never. I know. I am instantly in ref mode. Nice.
Oh,
So now it's 3 to 3.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. 4 to 3.
Should I do like shoot offs and
Yeah. Maybe we have to do a shootout. So 4 to 3. Final score. Is that the final score?
I think so. Well,
Right.
Lindy's
Great job.
line up and the
Awesome
point
teamwork.
win.
It's all that fine motor work we do.
Yeah, I love that.
Great
so
job.
yeah, any final thoughts before we wrap up? And then Michael.
None from me.
None for Michael. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much, Glenda. You guys are amazing. This is great.
You all are. Thank you for everything you're doing in the community. And yeah, we're excited to talk about promote the point on here.
Yes, we could talk
Thank
forever.
you.
So thank you.